Okay. Hello. Hello, everybody on Senior Project. This is my article 2. Gonna go over it very quickly for you. I look forward to watching all of your videos. Um, so, yeah. For this, I chose an academic article, of course, and it's called Fuller, Fisher, and the Art of the B-Movie Auteur by David Stirratt. Um, Basically, what this article goes into is the careers of one Samuel Fuller and one Terence Fisher. Samuel Fuller was an American filmmaker who specialized in westerns, but really wasn't confined to a genre. He jumped around. He was able to do pretty much whatever he needed to do. But he was an infantry soldier in World War II, so he knew a lot about that. He made very good war movies, such as one called The Steel Helmet. Um, but the main focus of why I chose this article is the career of Terence Fisher, who was a British filmmaker who is basically one of the godfathers of the horror genre as a whole. He created a lot of the videos, a lot of the films in the mid to late 50s that were around Dracula and Frankenstein and werewolves, all that sort of thing. That like Bela Lugosi era type like monster flicks. Um, but the general premise of this is basically talking about how they were B movie auteurs. They were specialists in creating really good movies that were made for very little money. And if you know what I did last time, low budget filmmaking, it's again what I've focused on here, but sort of in a different way. So while low budget filmmaking isn't exactly the same as it was in the 1950s, a low budget today is one of the highest budgets ever done for a film in the 50s, that sort of thing. But the idea and the core principle is still there of it doesn't matter how much money you put into it, it doesn't matter the names you have attached to it. All that matters is the quality of the content and the passion to deliver that content as best as possible. And that is mostly done by the director. And these two were excellent at doing that. They took what they had and they ran with it. And they were incredibly good at putting together some legendary films out of basically no money. And Terence Fisher, his career is an interesting one. A lot of people slate him for not being ever included in the like British elite of filmmaking. But for me, he had an incredibly admirable career, one that I would kill to have. Yes, he had to do movies sometimes that he wasn't passionate about, but having that like ability to make money just making movies, that would be incredible. But that was one thing that I noticed about him was, he did have to do things. He had a shaky reputation, like critically, with how his movies did and how like the quality of them. And basically, he would, just for money, sign on to direct a film that he didn't really care about, and it would lessen the quality of it. And that's something in the future, I definitely want to take with me and remember that, because I don't ever want to be detached from my material. I want to be anything that I make, I want to be very much into it. And I don't think that's entirely unrealistic. I think it's a perspective thing a lot. And of course, like my senior project is something that I wrote, so I'm clearly very passionate about it. But it's something that, past this, I'm going to have this level of passion for this film that I'm making right now. I need to instill that passion into other projects that I do in the future so that that level of quality is still there and always improving. So, yeah, that's the article. That's what I did. Again, thank you all for having me. It's been excellent. I hope you learned something. I can't wait to learn new things with you. Goodbye.